After 9 years of playing Guild Wars 2, I have decided to quit the game, and while I never really thought that this day would come since I was properly addicted to the game for a while, I thought that this would be the perfect opportunity to share what I've come to understand and what I learned during this time because a lot has happened and a lot has changed about me, about the game, about the YouTube algorithm, so let's get straight into it. The first thing I want to talk about is gaming skills because I got better at Guild Wars 2 and I would consider myself a pretty good player. And I've come to learn that, getting better at anything takes practice and analyzing and consistency. And the thing that helped me the most at getting better at Guild Wars 2 was having this YouTube channel. Creating videos forced me to always be on the lookout for content, try new things, and I also had to rewatch my clips and sort through all the gameplay that I've recorded. And when you're rewatching what you did, you finally see in your own time what went wrong and what skills you should or should not have used and what you overlooked. And this, personally, is I think what helped me progress the fastest as a player in this game. So if you want to get better, honestly, just download OBS or Shadowplay or any other recording software and watch your gameplay so you can learn from it because that has helped me a lot. And the other thing that helped me get better was just being a little addicted because I started playing when I was 13 and I only now realize how much free time you have when you're that young. And while my parents did try to stop me at times, I basically just lived and breathed Guild Wars 2 for a solid 1 to 2 years during high school. I would go to school, get back, play the game, have dinner, play more Guild Wars 2, and then maybe do homework if I really needed to. And that consistency is what helped me push my skills to the limit, I would say. And while it was never my aim to be good at this game, it did sort of happen on its own due to this obsession of mine with the game. Most ranked seasons I can get a top 50 spot without trying. I win duels, I make videos, and it's fun to be good at something, but sometimes things do become a little tiring, and I'm gonna get into that a bit later. And then personal development, because as I mentioned before, I started playing this game when I was 13. Currently I'm 22, so a lot has changed about me as a person. When I started, I was insecure, I was more competitive, and I found it difficult to be genuinely happy for other people, because everything was a competition and that would significantly affect my emotions. And for example, back around 2014 and 15, there were some people making Guild Wars 2 montages. The biggest ones, if I remember correctly, were me, Zoden, Vance, and Tsukiyomi. And these people were really good players and they made good videos. And they had the same intentions as I did, but all I could do was compare myself to them. And when one of them would post a video, I would try to not watch it or comment or like it so that they would not get my YouTube view, and it was honestly very, very petty. I'm a bit ashamed to admit that, but it is what it is. You're an insecure teenager and everything, and everyone kind of feels like a threat. So, I'm happy I'm over that. And as someone of an adult now, I can finally say that I've left most of that behind me, and Vance is still making amazing videos. Other content creators have also popped up, most notably Valen and Mighty Teapot, who have filled up a big gap in the Guild Wars 2 content creation space. So I'm just very happy that they exist, and they definitely deserve every single like, comment, and view and share that they get because they put an insane amount of work into their videos. So hats off to them. However, with growing up also comes the realization of other things in life. I've noticed that over the last couple of years, I have just not gotten better at all. I've stagnated in every aspect of Guild Wars 2 because I haven't tried new classes, I haven't tried new builds, I haven't gotten much better at the builds that I'm currently playing, I haven't tried joining teams, I don't do automated tournaments, I don't do GVGs, I don't do any zerging. It's all been the same as it was 3 or 4 years ago. So yeah, and that is just due to me being busy with other things. Over the last 4 years, a lot has changed in my life, and I've moved out, I've studied, I've lived in different cities, I've had lots of different jobs. So yeah, I've basically been trying to do a lot in life. So it's interesting to see how that has had an effect on me playing Guild Wars 2, because I've been less active and less involved, and I didn't care as much. And that's also one of the biggest reasons that I've decided to quit the game, because I'm just busy with other things. And recently I also dueled some top tier players and lost every single duel, and realized that I don't want to invest my time into getting better. I was just like, this is it. This is gonna be my skill level cap, and I don't really care if I get better or worse than this. So yeah, I just realized that at the moment Guild Wars 2 has very little to offer me, since I've seen the things I wanted to see and I did the things I wanted to do, so it's over for now. Moreover, as a genre, MMOs are also just very weird. I recently watched Mighty Teapot's video where he was interviewed by Josh Hayes, and many things were pointed out about MMOs that I've experienced myself. The reality is that while I started as a Guild Wars 2 player, I ended up as a Guild Wars 2 content creator. And those two things are very linked. At some point a couple of years ago, I started playing the game for content instead of for my personal enjoyment. And when you start playing for content, you don't have fun unless you get content. And being an MMO content creator is also not the easiest things in the world. Because first of all, there's content depreciation, which basically means that as soon as things change in the game, your older content becomes a lot less relevant. And my older videos also get extremely little views due to this reason. People want to see the new, flashy, up-to-date builds and content, so the old content just doesn't do. And, you know, the same thing goes for me. I don't go out of my way to watch old YouTube or old Guild Wars 2 videos, because it's just not interesting anymore. So that's a major downfall of this content creation sphere. Then there's also the fact that my channel is inseparably linked to the success of the game itself. If Guild Wars 2 is doing well, my channel is doing well, and if Guild Wars 2 is not doing well, my channel is also not doing well. And this lack of control and this dependence on the game is quite disheartening at times. Sometimes it feels like Guild Wars 2 owned more of my channel than I did, because Guild Wars 2's decisions would greatly impact my success as a content creator, and I'm ready to leave that behind, because I do plan to continue making videos in some way, shape or form, but not on this channel and probably not on YouTube, because because being dependent on something like that is not a nice feeling. And then lastly, the medium for my content, namely the YouTube platform itself, is also just extremely shitty, because YouTube is an algorithm, and if you don't create content that the algorithm likes, it's gonna disappear into the YouTube space. So this algorithm has always been around, but it's been significantly developed over the last couple of years, and nowadays you get views and attention if your videos are recommended. And your videos are only recommended if they follow the rules of the algorithm. So different videos perform very differently, since they need to cater to those rules, because otherwise they're not going to be recommended. And at the moment, the algorithm kind of wants you to make long videos, preferably longer than 10 minutes. And the video should create a lot of engagement, so likes, shares, comments, preferably due to them being a little bit controversial. Your videos need to keep people watching, so think about flashy editing, quick cuts, or very loud, bombastic commentary, because that way you get a high audience retention. And videos also need to include the right keywords, because some topics are just recommended more than other topics. For example, I would say that Harbinger right now is a lot more likely to be recommended than core Necromancer gameplay, obviously, because Harbinger is newer and is grabbing more attention in the YouTube atmosphere. So if you don't play by these rules, your videos are less likely to be promoted and to be seen. And it's obvious why YouTube does this. They want to keep people on their platform so that they see more ads. They want snackable content. They want people to be engaged and interested, and you do that by serving viewers the most appetizing videos. But I'm not a fan of this, because it's how all of social media works at the moment, and it's a bit worrying and quite depressing, because all they care about is your attention, and they want to always grab your attention. So yeah, I need a little break from all of this, which brings me to my last point. Why am I quitting? The main reason is that things are only nice if they end. I've been at it for 9 years, and it's just time to put a period behind it so I can move forward, so I can conclude this area of my life, and that I don't need to think back to it, and that I just feel like it's finished, because at this moment I don't feel the same inspiration, energy, and motivation to keep going at it. I've made many wonderful friends, and I've done many fun activities in this game, but it's time to listen to myself and just shift my attention to the things I'm more interested in at the moment. And my relationship with the game was luckily never too unhealthy. I was a little bit addicted at some point, but who isn't when they're 14? So I'm just glad I have made the decision to leave, and I can say goodbye while feeling good about it. And while I never know what the future may hold, I will probably play again at some point, because I love this game. I don't know if I'm going to be making videos again, because like I said, another big problem at the moment is that I'm playing to make content, and I'm not playing for my own enjoyment. So, in case this is my very last video, I just want to thank each and every single one of you for the continuous support, appreciation, kind words, and love over the years. I've spoken to many of you in-game, I've dueled with you, I've queued together with you, we roamed together, and those have been some of the most fun moments, to be honest. I really appreciate all you guys reaching out and yeah, just whispering me many nice things. So thank you guys so much, because the people who play this game are absolutely amazing, and it's a wonderful community, and I'm so happy to have been a part of it. So thank you guys, honestly, for everything. And yeah, lastly, I'm probably gonna upload some more music related things on this channel, such as my house playlist, so stay tuned for that. But in terms of Guild Wars 2, this is gonna be it. Yeah, so thanks again, guys, and have a wonderful day.